Hello, reviewers, welcome Mr. Who Reviews. And today we're reviewing X-Men 97, uh, Strange Heart Savage Land. Oh no, Strange Land Savage Heart. Oh, got mixed up. First I'll say I think it was a good idea having Rogue doing the previous on X-Men, since it had her be connected to either Nightcrawler or Craig Creed in this, and the other some of the some scenes in the opening that have like connections to that. And when in this episode, Craig Creed gets kidnapped by this group of mutants known as the followers of Magneto. There's a lot of mutant groups these days, isn't there? And yeah, he's just put on this ratty. I don't know if he's still like a part of the Friends of Humanity group back in the original series, but it's some sort of following like that. And he now since they got run for president. Can you imagine an American president who's a bigot? Who would have thought? And yeah, the X-Men are off to the South Land, since that's where the followers of Magneto are, where the base is. And yeah, Professor X is talking to Dr. Cooper, who said they want to get the president to give the team X Factor to go ahead, but turn out the X-Men are way ahead of them. And yeah, they run into some trouble when they're flying there, since Mr. Sensor's power inhibiting towers are active again. And yeah, and Polaris and Bishop get separated when the door from the X plane or the X wing or whatever flies open and they land in the in the South Side, a part of South Side where there's a T Rex. Yeah. But the others get introduced to the followers of Magneto, including one they know, Colossus. And yeah, and that's what they'll begin with showing that the X-Men weren't the only people that lost someone that you care about. Spoilers: Colossus lost his sister Iliana. Yeah. And yeah, just thanks to Nightcrawler's talk, he's able to convince Colossus to let the X-Men look around the part of Southland where the followers of Magneto are making their base, and maybe they understand what their mission statement is. And yeah, the Nightcrawler does try to talk to Kree when he's chained up, and he does convince the leader of the followers of Magneto, Exodus, to hold a trial, since it is Exodus saying that Creed was always pardoned for the crimes he committed against humans in a human trial. So yeah, and they do make a deal. If Creed is found innocent, then he can go. But if he's found guilty, Nightcrawler will join the followers of Magneto. Yeah, and yeah, to say Creed is happy being put on a mutant court. But honestly, I mean, called it a kangaroo court. Oh yeah, and Colossus, it's a judge. Yeah, after Creed said the kangaroo court thing, he just got wet. But Colossus is the scold the one that whipped them. Yeah, both the Exodus and Nightcrawler do give their uh, piece of why Creed to be found guilty or innocent. And Nightcrawler does cut through the motivation of why Creed hates mutants, and yeah, to go back to the parents. First, Mystique leaving him, and Sabretooth just bastard him, and when he didn't show any mutant powers at them as well. And yeah, my card is trying to see that I don't really hate humans, just or mutants, just hates parents that thought he wasn't good enough. Before Colossus could give his verdict, uh, Exodus decided to attack Creed and attack Colossus. Yeah, that's when uh, Bishop and Polaris showed up on the pterodactyls and destroyed the inhibitor towers, and Nightcrawler gets into a sword fight with the Exodus. And it seemed like he was gonna win, but then Exodus gets shot, and Creed just gets behind Nightcrawler and trying to blow his brains off if he doesn't get him out of there. Yeah. Yeah, Nightcrawler's teleporting in a snowy landscape. And yeah, he does his anger out, and he does kill uh, Creed by stopping with his tail. And yeah, just leaves him there, but says that he is the child of his parents. Yeah, Dr. Cooper does contact Xavier again, that saying that X Factor did find Creed alone, and they really try to get him alone and alive, but uh, Cooper is just saying to Xavier that if he crosses the line, he's got not just take his business away as an X Corp, but school as well. Yeah. And then it ends with the X Factor. I already recognized Cable and Jubilee, and they find a skeleton of Apocalypse and a playing card. Yeah. And yeah, I think it's a great episode. I always liked Creed as a antagonist in the original series, and I do kind of like when Nightcrawler asks why does he hate mutants, and he asks what do we have, like how long do you have, and Nightcrawler saying just that I don't know that word, but like to say the sort word, and he says that because you're all born, because you're born, and that's why he said to why I said to Jubilee once he showed up in a rally for the Friends of Mandy in season 2 of the original series. So I'm glad they brought that back. And also glad they put Polaris in the lineup of the X-Men in the opening. And yeah, like I said, some of the scenes they showed in the opening, whether it's Mystique dropping and a baby Nightcrawler down the river, or just showing Creed, was pretty good. And yeah, just seeing how heartbroken Colossus is about losing his sister is that's awful. Even had like a painting of her hung up somewhere in the borders of Magneto's base. Ugh, I don't know. And yeah, the fight scenes were pretty good as always. And yeah, Nightcrawler then just being angry for what I Creed did is justified, but him, just him and Creed go is pretty much what Nightcrawler would. I think Nightcrawler would do. Yeah, Exes did call Nightcrawler a demon, but Nightcrawler might look like a demon, but Exes is I think it's more a demonic or more like a demon than he is. Heck, I think Creed probably more of a demon than Nightcrawler is, but mm, I don't know what else. Yeah, I think saw some other mutants in it. I just recognized Pyro and the Avalanche when Exodus was given uh, his speech in the video when he showed that his group had Creed, but mm, I'll probably recognize them more if once again and watch somebody else's video or view of it, but you know. And yeah, next episode that should be good because I don't know what's gonna be about, but with the name of Dead Man's Hand, yeah, you know, it's the reaction that a lot of the X Men are gonna have on this. I just wonder where Scott, Jean, and Wolverine and some of the other X Men members are, but get kind of them all in there, kind of get spin up the Justice League in the cartoons and that, but. Mm. Anyway, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and remember to share the video and any other video that of mine that I watch to anyone you want. Check out my community tab. You can check out my channel or go in the recommended section uh, on YouTube. I put up when my videos or just some form when my videos are up on it, and have some polls that you might be interested in voting in. So, yeah, until next time, see you guys later.